Hey everybody, I'm William Green. I'm here with Stephen Van Kampen-Lewis. I'm in Colorado, Stephen's in Texas. Very different worlds, but we got lots of stuff to show you today.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did one of our chats, so we figured we'd catch up after your travels for over the summer, and just the usual chit chat. Got a few things to show and kind of go from there.
Yeah, it's an exciting day for me. So I guess the first thing that I'll show are my seedlings, because this is like kind of just, wow, this just happened. So 2014, I got a little package in the mail, something like this. Grew up these Cattleya rexes to adult, crossed a couple of them, and here we are 8 years later, 8.5 years later. The seedlings from that first cross have just arrived today. These are from Troy Meyer's Conservatory, and we're gonna do the grand unwrapping here, the unveiling. So can you see here? Here they
That's
are.
pretty cool.
There's the roots.
Oh wow, look at
Look at
that.
that. Not too shabby on the
That's
roots
crazy.
there. And then the other side, we have the actual seedlings here, so you can see them kind of like that.
Those are pretty big. And
They're okay, yeah.
you sent those seeds out about two years ago?
Yeah, these are just over 2 years in flask. So I haven't tried to break them apart yet, because as you could see, they had a pretty big root system on them. But maybe if I put the white up behind them, it's kind of hard to see here. But anyway, I am thrilled. I am thrilled. And so Myers sends out some instructions, some links about how to make compots, that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to follow the same strategy that I followed with my Peru flora seedlings, which is I'm not going to break them apart. I'm going to leave them just like this. I'm going to put them probably bare root in a plastic or clay dish and just set it in the tent and just give them a chance to acclimatize. And then maybe after a month or two, I'll soak them real good. When they start to push new roots, then I'll soak them real good, separate them, and then start putting them in their little pots. And I might actually mount all of these. I just received 3 huge pieces of cork bark, like 3-4 foot pieces, and I'm gonna slice them into nice strips, and then I might mount each one of these, because for me, mounting is the most foolproof way to grow these guys. My rexes that were mounted as seedlings are by far the biggest, healthiest ones that I have. So that might be the strategies. These guys are very important to me. I'm so happy.
So are they about the same size as the last batch that you got?
I would say the Peru flora ones were overall about half this size.
Okay.
Overall, if you took like an average size, I think they were about half this size. I think they were probably only in flask for a year or so, maybe a year and a half. These are already starting to put on some larger, even one of them's got like the first beginnings of a pseudobulb popping out there. So,
and so it seems like these being sort of head and shoulders above the last batch that you got, the original 2014 batch, plus your experience with those.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably gonna have faster growth times, better, faster seedling to bloom times, plus probably better survival rate, huh? Just based on those 2 factors.
That's what we were hoping for. 5 years really wasn't that bad for Cattleya, any Cattleya, right? So
yeah,
from 14 to 19, my first blooms were in 19. So I don't even know how much faster we can get, maybe 1 year, something like that. But yeah, I'm super stoked to get these. And to everyone who ordered a flask of these, thank you. Please stay in touch, because I want to know how yours are doing and we can compare notes. Hopefully this group is slightly easier to grow than the last group, but we'll see.
And I assume that you're gonna require that any awarded plants from these are called William Green 1, William Green 2, William Green 3.
Absolutely not. No, if you are willing to take these on, they are all yours, buddy.
That's cool. That's really exciting. Are you going to put any of those in your I mean, obviously you have the tent, but you are also growing some seedlings in that big greenhouse. Are you going to throw any of those over there?
I might. Yeah, at this point, I have no shortage of seedlings. So I've got a couple of compots of the Peru floral ones over there. They seem to be doing okay. And so winter will be really the test, because the greenhouse gets pretty chilly in the winter. It can get down to the 50s, and the daytime temps on a cloudy day, for example, might not get above mid 60s or something, right? So like seedlings might be more able to handle that than adult plants, but yeah, I'm willing to try, because again, anything that they're able to survive, hopefully, if they ever do make it to bloom size, then we're working towards easier to grow plants. So
Yeah, as you get them farther and farther away from those original jungle collected plants, however many generations ago that was,
exactly.
the strong ones survive in cultivation and hopefully make stronger ones.
Yeah, I met with a Cattleya grower in England actually, and I was like, he had a big not a background in horticultural sciences, especially agricultural, and he knew a lot about breeding and stuff. And I was like, I mean, how do I know what to select for? And he goes, and I told him, I was like, I'm just like crossing the ones that survive. And he goes, well, that's what you'll select for, is the survivors, because in 2 or 3 generations you'll have significantly tougher plants than the originals. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
we'll see.
Cool.
Excited, very excited.
Yeah,
What have
yeah.
you got to show us? You showed me some pictures earlier that I'm like drooling about.
So yeah, I got a division of Cattleya Hardyana, which of course is Cattleya Dowiana by Cattleya Varsavixii. So it's a primary hybrid and it is a natural hybrid. And this is it right here. So I'm doing sort of the opposite of what you're doing, where you're accumulating seedlings. I've got a mature division here that I'm really excited about, and um, we'll throw up a photo on the screen of what the blooms look like. But this is sort of the perfect Cattleya division cut. So I've got 3 mature bulbs, 3 really nice bulbs. There's a new growth coming out here, and the new root. There's one new root that's just like this big, so it just looks like a pimple coming out. So like if you're gonna cut and then sell a division, like this is the perfect time on a great cut. I got it from this gal, on a Christina Rodriguez Leon, and she sent me a list of what she's got, and there was a bunch of really cool stuff. But the moment I saw, the flowers on this,
Can you go ahead and show it on the screen? I'm really excited about it. I'm going to just show it right now.
yeah,
All right, there. Can you see? There you go.
yeah,
There's that first picture. I was like, what, Steven?
and so yeah, so that's a semi-alba. It really just got the floriferousness of the Varsavixii. The plant size is pretty big too, and then the colors are from the Varsavixii mixed with, of course, the Dowiana. And Dowiana is really well known for sort of enhancing colors, especially darker colors. Hardyana as a cross has a pretty wide variety of colors, because Varsavixia has a lot of colors, and then the Dowiana sort of enhances whatever those colors are. And man, as soon as she sent these photos, I was like, "Yep, give it to me, please, 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 please."
You just don't see this patterning typically in a semi-alba, where you've got a hint of purple at the top, purple at the bottom, but then just that nice, real clear yellow right through the middle.
Yeah,
That's really great.
and I'm really hoping for the hybrid vigor of having these primaries. Both of these species are kind of
Right.
finicky. I find Dowiana to be more finicky than Varsavixii. But combined, I'm hoping that it'll just be growing like a normal, regular hybrid Cattleya, easy peasy.
Right. Well, here's hoping. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what that goes for when you offer a division.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I can get it awarded first.
Oh, that's right. All right. Well, I also have a Cattleya I'm really excited about. This is my Maxima. It's a Cattleya, and you can see it's got 4 pretty obvious sheaths on the top there. It's got a smaller one down here as well. And then it's got another leaf that looks like it's going to try to push out a flower, even though it doesn't have a sheath on it. So we're looking at 5, maybe 6 inflorescences all at once on this thing. And last year, when the thing bloomed, I sprayed my whole collection with Phyton 27, just kind of as a, hey, let's try, maybe this will disinfect everything. And it just destroyed all the flowers. I mean, they just turned brown.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Last year's bloom, I didn't even really get to see them open up completely. They were just all destroyed. So maybe that motivated the plant to try even harder this year, because maybe there's a little energy left over. So yeah, these they're all about this far up into the sheath, and this sheath actually right here is already split open. So I'm just excited. I don't know what we're gonna have here. I mean, Maxima typically puts out several per spike, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can get a whole bunch. That's a sort of a shorter statured one, and so that means it's going to be one of the Highland varieties. And you could probably at least get 5 or 6 blooms. I can't remember what the maximum blooms on Maxima Highland variety actually is.
It's going to be exciting.
Your whole grow tent, maybe even your whole room, will smell really nice.
Good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, should be cool. I'm glad that it rebounded and that Phyton only injured the flowers and not the plant itself.
Right. So that's going to be exciting. So I'll be definitely posting that soon.
Cool. Well, I've got a Cattleya of my own here. This is one. This is sort of a cautionary tale, and it's Leoloddiglossa. So this comes from Fred Clark. And
oh, nice.
Leopoldii, which of course is now Tigrina. And then Loddiglossa is Lodiglossa by Amethystoglossa. So there's 3 species in this cross. And this is a small bloom. I mean, all of those have a lot of flowers typically, but this is a bifoliate, and it's one that I got a division of some years ago, and you can see that the growth stayed small for a long time and then shot up. But even though this plant is a good size, and I've got actually 3 leaves on this newest growth, it's still not able to put out the number of blooms that it should. And that was due entirely to repotting at the wrong time. So a friend, she just cut it off and gave it to me, and I was like, and she even asked me, she's like, hey, this isn't the normal time that you want for divisions. Are you cool with that? And sometimes experienced growers make dumb mistakes. I was like, yeah, that's not a problem.
Sure. It'll recover.
I know, I'll be fine. This might be 5 years where they stayed
you're
small,
kidding.
and then the back bulbs were all dying off. And so this year I finally got the size of the division or size of a bulb that's acceptable. But then I was growing on a patio where it was shady. So I'm not entirely sure if only getting 2 blooms is because it's still not back to where it needs to be, like in terms of having the resources to put out the appropriate amount of flowers, or I gave it shady conditions and it's giving me sort of a middle finger for culture. But
Like,
it's pretty. It's got
it's super
really
nice.
cool. Yeah, it's super waxy. Um, and
Beautiful
it's
little
got,
spots there, especially
yeah,
in a
little
cerulean. It's
spots,
cool to see that.
real definite cerulean. Um, and so next year, I don't know if next year I can get a full head of blooms. I'll keep it. If it just keeps languishing, maybe I'll not pull it out of its pot, but just sort of give it to someone in the local society here and see what they can do. Um, and of course, it smells great during the day, so
Oh,
it's a
that's
cool
awesome.
one. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, apparently Zoom has changed their stuff because it's telling me that we have 6 minutes and 20 seconds before they end my call. So I don't have the pay version of the free version. So I have one more thing to show. Maybe we can finish. This is probably good that
Yeah.
we have a little bit
Let's
of
do it
a
in
limit.
5 minutes.
All right. So this is a Cycnoches cooperi that came from SVO last summer. A lot of people got one of these seedlings, and a lot of people's bloomed last year, and mine did not. So this is what I've got this year. And I think these were bred to be dark, and it's my first time with this species, so I don't know if the color kind of comes in at the last minute. I know that it does that with the wine delight. They're kind of green, pale green, and then just the last 2 or 3 days they just turn bright red. So um, I'm
It,
waiting for that to happen.
yeah, it should darken up. They're getting pretty close to popping open.
They're
But
starting
hey,
to
if you get
balloon
a
a little
light
bit.
colored one, that that's super rare these days. You don't see those anymore at all.
I know you and I were talking last year about, I think you told me that there were green ones that you just never see. And I was like, ooh, maybe I'll get a green one. But
Yeah.
again, we got to really wait till they're open because I have a feeling that just looking at the bracts on the spike there, they look really kind of brownish red. So I wouldn't be surprised if they color up here, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. No, that's
Um,
cool.
this the tip of the spike looks like it had more juice in it, and then it just kind of gave up. Maybe because I was away for 3 weeks, and they were just kind of getting just enough watering to sustain them, but maybe not enough to really let that spike grow out. So, but still, it's got 9. I'm excited to see them, and I'm really excited to smell them because I've never really read a very descriptive, a description of what it actually smells like. So
I love the scent of those. I think it's great. I think I'm curious to see how you describe it.
to pull out my perfume guide and see if I
Yeah,
can draw some actions there. So yeah.
and enjoy it because I killed mine. So
Oh no!
yeah, I don't remember what it was, but so I still have the other cooperi that's
The big
older,
one,
had
the
more
big mama.
spidery flowers, and then this one that had the really nice male flowers from Fred. Just Cycnoches are tough.
Yeah, yeah. You've said that they just have a death wish, so
Hmm.
I'm I'm trying to be as careful as I can. No sudden moves around this plant.
That's right. No more vacations for you.
Never. Yeah. Well, they've done pretty well. I have a fantastic plant sitter. I mean, this time she even went so far as to reprogram my um, watering system because it was not programmed correctly.
Oh wow,
It was staying on too long or something. So I left the instructions out just in case, and she ended up having to do it. She's amazing.
that's awesome.
So yeah, well, that's exciting. I look forward to seeing what you've got coming, and I'm excited to see these guys welcome me home after kind of a summer of Rex after Rex after Rex, but not really anything else. Fall is really when my collection starts to get interesting. The bulbos bloom and the catasetums.
Yeah, I'm excited to see your Mormades and or your Mormodia, and then your Closedums, and then maybe that was it the Grace Dunn hybrid that you
I've got
got?
3 Rebecca Northens. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see what they do. I don't have Grace
Rebecca.
Dunn. They offered Grace Dunn this year, and I was so close, but I decided not right now, maybe later.
Yeah. You're gonna need another tent soon.
Nope, nope, nope. This fall, I'm gonna sell some stuff this fall. I'm gonna make space.
Nice, nice. Well, how much time do we have left?
2 minutes.
All right, got enough time to sign off, and um, and maybe we'll start thinking about our next chat too. Maybe
Absolutely.
in a month from now, when things are like really blooming, we can have a another show and tell.
Right, we're gonna have props, lots of props in Glen.
Yeah, yeah. Too many props. So many props that we have to edit them out.
Props for days. Well, Steve, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in and enjoying our chats. Please feel free to leave a comment, leave a question, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.
All right, see ya.
Bye.